Keilen Bates dragged for making everything about herself. Bringing Up Bates star Keilen Stewart is under fire for a recent social media comment she made. Fans think it makes her look like she's trying to steal all of the attention from her sister Josie Balka. Some of her followers are slamming her, saying she seems jealous and that she should have commented something else on the post. So what's supposedly going on between the Bates sisters? Over the weekend, Josie revealed that she took her little family on a camping trip. She shared several photos of herself, her 2-year-old daughter Willow, her new baby Hazel, and her husband Kelton. In the caption of her post, she wrote, "We had the best weekend camping." In response, Keilen commented, "I can't wait for our camping trip this year. Looks so fun." Then Josie replied, "It's the best. Layla is gonna love it." While this exchange on its own may not be enough to prove that the sisters aren't on the best of terms, fans think it only adds to the speculation. On Reddit, one fan writes, "The comment itself on its own isn't that bad, but Keilen definitely seems to be all about her and any attention she can get." Someone else adds, "How can someone literally make any little thing always about themselves?" Not only do fans think that Keilen is trying to make Josie's recent photos about herself, but they also think this is further proof that the sisters are feuding. For the past few months, fans have been focused on how these two sisters don't appear to be very close. Fans have noticed that they don't interact with each other on social media often, and now Keilen has finally commented on one of Josie's posts. But fans argue that Keilen still made the comment about herself. Some fans think there could be a silent competition between the sisters, which is consistent with the rumors that they are feuding. There's no way to know for sure what's going on between the sisters. But fans think there's plenty of evidence that Keilen is jealous and that the sisters are fighting. So do you think that Keilen Bates Stewart and Josie Balka are truly on bad terms? Do you think that Keilen might be jealous of her sister? Let us know in the comments below. Nathan Bates and Esther Keys share photos from beautiful wedding. Bringing Up Bates stars Nathan Bates and Esther Keys are sharing gorgeous new photos of themselves. Esther reveals that the photos were taken at a beautiful wedding. See the pictures of the sweet couple here. On Instagram, Esther shared a few photos of herself and Nathan all dressed up. It looks like the pair attended Jedidiah Duggars and Katie Nakatsu's wedding over the weekend. In her caption, the Bates girlfriend writes, "Finally getting around to posting some photos from this beautiful wedding. Congratulations to the happy couple. At Nate Bates 93, you make me so proud to be your wedding date." Bringing Up Bates fans think that Esther and Nathan look great in their wedding guest attire. Esther wears a pink dress while Nathan chose a button-down shirt and khakis. You can see all of the photos Esther shared from the wedding here. Fans were previously wondering if Nathan and Esther had tied the knot. The pair wears rings on their ring fingers, which prompted the wedding rumors. It looks like they are either wearing purity rings or promise rings though. Purity rings are a sign of a commitment to stay pure until marriage. Promise rings are a sign of commitment that can come prior to an engagement. Typically, women wear purity and promise rings, but Nathan is wearing one too. They haven't stated what the meaning of their rings is. As far as the Bates family has shared publicly, Nathan and Esther aren't engaged at this point. Of course, thanks to possible agreements with UPtv, the couple may be keeping a big announcement, like an engagement, a secret for now. This would be good for views on the family show, or they could be taking things slow and waiting to get married. They do seem to be pretty serious, and fans assume that they will get married soon enough. A different Bates kid announced their engagement on Thursday, April 8. But there are a couple of others who could be getting married in the near future too. So what do you think of the new photos of Nathan Bates and Esther Keys? Do you think they will be tying the knot soon? Let us know in the comments below. Michaela Bates gives update on her fertility journey. I hope you're all doing well and feeling good today. First off, Thank you so much for being here. It means the world to me that we can connect like this. Today's video is one I've been thinking about for a while now, and it's something really personal but also incredibly important to me. If you followed me for any length of time, you know how open I am about sharing parts of my life in hopes of helping others or just creating a space where people feel seen and understood. So today, I want to give you an update on my fertility journey. This isn't always easy to talk about, but I truly believe there's power in vulnerability. And if by sharing my story, even just one person feels less alone, then it's worth every word. For those who might not know, my husband Jake and I have been trying to start our family for over 2 years now. It hasn't been smooth sailing, and honestly, some days are harder than others. But before I dive into where things stand right now, let me rewind a bit and share how this whole journey began for us. When Jake and I got married, we were both so excited about the future. We talked about having kids, not immediately, but eventually, and couldn't wait to build a little family of our own. Fast forward to when we decided it was time to try, and, well, nothing happened. Month after month went by, and no matter what we did, it just didn't work out the way we hoped. At first, we thought maybe we just needed more time. But after a year of trying without success, we realized this wasn't just bad luck, it was something bigger. That's when we started seeing doctors and specialists to figure out what was going on. After months of tests, ultrasounds, and blood work, we finally got answers, but they weren't exactly what we wanted to hear. The doctors diagnosed me with unexplained infertility, which basically means they couldn't pinpoint a specific cause. It was frustrating because part of me wanted clarity, even if it meant hearing bad news. At least then we'd know what we were dealing with. But instead, we were left with uncertainty. And trust me, that takes its toll emotionally. There were days when I felt broken, like my body had failed me. I questioned everything. Was I doing something wrong? Was I not healthy enough? Did I wait too long? All these thoughts swirled around in my head constantly. Luckily, I had Jake by my side every step of the way. He reminded me that this wasn't my fault, that we were in this together. My friends and family were amazing too. They checked in on me, sent encouraging messages, and helped lift me up when I needed it most. Still, there were moments when I felt isolated, like nobody could fully understand what I was going through unless they'd walked this path themselves. And that's why I'm sharing this with you today. Because infertility is more common than people realize. It affects 1 in 8 couples, but it often feels like you're the only one struggling. You see pregnancy announcements everywhere, baby showers, milestones being celebrated, and meanwhile, you're stuck wondering if it'll ever happen for you. It's lonely, heartbreaking, and exhausting. So where are we now? Well, over the past few months, we've explored different treatment options. We tried oral medications to stimulate ovulation, timed intercourse, and even intrauterine insemination, IUI. Unfortunately, none of those worked for us. But instead of giving up, we decided to take the next step. Or in vitro fertilization is a big decision. It's expensive, physically demanding, and emotionally draining. But for us, it felt like the best chance we had. We started the process earlier this year, and let me tell you, it's been a roller coaster. From daily injections to monitoring appointments, it's a lot to handle. Some days I feel empowered, like I'm taking control of my body and fighting for what I want. Other days, I feel completely overwhelmed. The hardest part has been managing expectations. Every step feels like a test, and every result feels like a judgment. Will this cycle work? Are we wasting our money? What happens if it doesn't? These questions haunt me constantly. But despite the fear and doubt, I remind myself why we're doing this. We want to be parents. We want to create a family. And that dream keeps me going, even on the toughest days. One thing I've learned throughout this journey is the importance of self-care. Infertility can consume you if you let it. It's easy to get caught up in the what-ifs and lose sight of who you are outside of this struggle. For me, finding ways to nurture my mind and body has been crucial. Whether it's yoga, writing in my journal, or simply spending time with Jake, these small acts help ground me and remind me that I'm more than just my fertility status. We've also learned to redefine success. In the beginning, I thought success meant getting pregnant naturally. Then it shifted to succeeding with treatments. Now, I realize success looks different for everyone. For us, it's about staying hopeful, staying connected, and continuing to fight for what we want, even if the road is longer than expected. Another lesson: be kind to yourself. This journey is hard enough without adding guilt or shame into the mix. You're allowed to grieve your losses, celebrate your wins, and take breaks when you need them. There's no right or wrong way to navigate infertility. It's your story, and you get to write it however you choose. As for what's next, we're currently in the middle of our first IVF cycle. It's still early days, but I'm cautiously optimistic. No matter what happens, though, I know we'll keep moving forward. Maybe it'll take another round of IVF, or maybe we'll explore adoption or surrogacy. Whatever path leads us to parenthood, we're ready to walk it together. To anyone else on this journey, please know you're not alone. Your feelings are valid, your pain is real, and your dreams are worth fighting for. Reach out to your support system, lean on each other, and don't be afraid to ask for help. This community is stronger than you think, and there's so much love and strength to be found in sharing your story. Thank you so much for watching and for letting me share this update with you. If you're comfortable, I'd love to hear from you in the comments below. Are you on a similar journey, or have you gone through something like this before? Let's keep the conversation going. I truly believe there's healing in connection. And hey, if you found this video helpful or relatable, don't forget to give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel. I post new content every week, and I'd love to stay connected with you. Until next time, take care of yourselves and each other. Sending you all so much love and positivity. Bye for now. Josie Bates Balka transforms her kitchen. See the gorgeous photos, where we bring you all things home design, renovation, and inspiration. Today, we're diving into an incredible transformation story that will leave you speechless. Josie Bates Balka's jaw-dropping kitchen makeover. If you've ever dreamed of revamping your own space, or just love seeing before and after magic, this one's for you. Meet Josie Bates Balka, a talented designer, mom, and DIY enthusiast who turned her outdated kitchen into a masterpiece. From cramped layouts to lackluster finishes, she faced every challenge head-on and created something truly breathtaking. So grab your coffee, sit back, and let's take a closer look at how Josie transformed her kitchen step by step. Before we get to the after, let's talk about what Josie was working with. This kitchen had good bones but desperately needed a refresh. Here's Josie herself to tell us more. When we first moved into this house, the kitchen felt so small and dated. The layout wasn't functional. It was hard to cook, clean, or even entertain guests without feeling cramped. Plus, the color scheme. Let's just say it hadn't been updated since the 90s. But instead of seeing these challenges as roadblocks, Josie saw opportunity. She drew inspiration from Pinterest boards, Instagram trends, and her favorite interior designers. Her goal? To create a bright, open, and inviting space that reflected her family's lifestyle while adding tons of personality. Any successful renovation starts with careful planning, and Josie left no stone unturned. She spent weeks researching materials, consulting with contractors, and mapping out her dream design. I wanted a mix of functionality and style. That meant reconfiguring the layout to maximize flow, choosing durable materials for everyday use, and incorporating elements that felt uniquely us. It was important to strike a balance between timeless elegance and modern flair. One of the biggest decisions Josie made was knocking down a wall between the kitchen and dining area. This not only increased natural light, but also made the entire space feel larger and more connected. Another game changer, adding a custom island with built-in shelving and bar stools, a perfect spot for breakfast or homework sessions. Once the plans were finalized, it was time for demolition day, the moment when dreams start becoming reality. And trust me, there's nothing quite like watching an old space come apart to make way for something new. This part is always bittersweet. You're excited to see progress, but saying goodbye to the old space can be emotional too. Still, once that first wall came down, I knew we were onto something special. After clearing out the old, Josie worked closely with her contractor to ensure everything was prepped for installation. Plumbing, electrical wiring, and structural adjustments all happened behind the scenes during this phase. Now comes the fun part, choosing the materials and finishes that would bring Josie's vision to life. Every detail mattered, from the flooring to the hardware. For the cabinets, I went with a soft white shaker style. They're classic yet versatile, and they pair beautifully with the navy blue island we added later. As for the countertops, quartz was a no-brainer. It's durable, low maintenance, and has such a luxurious look. The backsplash steals the show here. A herringbone pattern in glossy subway tile adds texture and visual interest without overwhelming the space. Meanwhile, brass fixtures and pendant lights introduce warmth and sophistication. And don't forget the flooring. Josie opted for wide plank hardwood in a rich walnut stain, which grounds the room and complements the lighter tones throughout. After months of hard work, the big reveal was finally here. Let's take a tour of Josie's stunning new kitchen, shall we? First up, that gorgeous island. Not only does it provide ample prep space, but it also doubles as a casual dining area thanks to the bar stools tucked underneath. The navy blue paint gives it a bold pop of color that contrasts beautifully with the white cabinets. Next, check out the statement range hood. It's both practical and decorative, drawing the eye upward and tying in with the metallic theme. One of my favorite parts is the hidden storage. Pull-out shelves, spice racks, and deep drawers make staying organized a breeze. No more digging around for pots and pans. It's clear that every inch of this kitchen was thoughtfully designed. Whether you're cooking a meal, hosting friends, or simply enjoying your morning coffee, this space invites you to linger and enjoy. This renovation taught me so much about patience, creativity, and problem solving. There were definitely moments of stress, but seeing the final result makes it all worth it. My advice: don't rush the process. Take the time to plan, invest in quality materials, and trust your instincts. And there you have it, Josie Bates Balka's incredible kitchen transformation. Isn't it amazing?